Hello and welcome to English and Chill, the calm place to practice real-life English every day. Before we start, take a deep breath, relax, and get ready to enjoy learning in a slow, easy way. Here, you'll find simple English you can use in your daily life, spoken clearly and naturally so you can listen, repeat, and feel more confident every time you speak. If you want to improve your English without stress, make sure to subscribe and turn on the bell icon so you won't miss your daily practice with me. All right, let's begin today's lesson. Talk in English every day with English and Chill. The journey to speaking fluently doesn't actually begin with speaking, it begins with listening. Before you can talk naturally in English, your ears need to get used to the rhythm, tone, and natural flow of the language. It's like music. Before you sing along, you first have to hear the song many times. When I first started learning English, I didn't understand a single sentence. But I listened every single day to podcasts, to bedtime stories, even to cartoons for kids. At first, it was just a stream of sounds. But slowly, something changed. I began to notice patterns. I heard how certain words always seemed to appear together. My brain started recognizing the meaning without needing to translate word by word. One of the easiest ways to begin is by listening to graded readers or short English stories. These are written for learners, so the words are simpler and the sentences are clear. The goal is not to understand every detail. Instead, let the story flow over you. Enjoy the voices, the mood, and the sound of English. Don't be afraid to listen to the same thing more than once. In fact, repetition is your secret weapon. The first time you hear something, it might feel fast. The second time, you start catching familiar words. By the third or fourth time, you can almost guess what comes next. Without even noticing, your ears get sharper and your mouth becomes ready to copy what you hear. Target mini habit. Today, choose one short English video, story, or podcast episode. Listen to it once without subtitles. Just let the sounds wash over you. Then listen again, but this time pause after a sentence and repeat it out loud. You'll be amazed at how quickly your ears and mouth start working together. And as you keep listening and repeating every day, there's something important to remember. Mistakes will happen. In fact, one of the biggest things that holds people back from speaking English is fear. Fear of saying something wrong, fear of being laughed at. But here's the truth. Every mistake is a step forward. When I was starting out, I made grammar mistakes all the time. I even said some pretty silly things. But you know what? That's how I got better. Mistakes are not the enemy. They're your best teacher. The more you speak, the more you learn. Think of it like riding a bike. You didn't wait until you were perfect before getting on. You just started riding. You wobbled, you fell, you tried again. That's exactly how English works. Target mini habit. For today, speak out loud for 3 minutes about your day, even if it's just to yourself. Don't worry about grammar. Don't stop. Just talk. Even if you repeat phrases or sound silly, you're practicing real English, and that's how you grow. And once you let go of the fear of mistakes, you'll notice something powerful. You can start speaking anytime, anywhere, even if you don't have an English-speaking partner. Guess what? You already have the perfect partner, yourself. Speaking to yourself is not only normal, it's one of the most effective ways to build fluency. When you speak to yourself, there's no pressure. You can experiment, repeat, and try new sentences without judgment. This is how I practiced when I didn't have English-speaking friends. I would describe what I was doing. I'm brushing my teeth. I'm opening the fridge. I'm going to the market. Little by little, my thoughts turned into speech. And the best part, it builds your confidence. When the time comes to talk to someone else, it doesn't feel so scary anymore. Target mini habit. Look around you right now and choose 3 things: your phone, your cup, your window. Talk about each one in English. Don't worry if it's simple. This cup is blue. It's warm. I like it. These small sentences are not small at all. They are the foundation of your fluency. And once you've practiced speaking with yourself out loud, there's another step that can make your English sound smoother, and it happens completely in your mind. If you translate every word from your native language into English, your brain works twice as hard. You get tired, you speak slower, and sometimes you lose your confidence. The secret is to start thinking directly in English, even with the simplest thoughts. This doesn't happen overnight, but it starts with tiny steps. When you see a tree, think, it's a big tree. When you drink water, think, I'm drinking water. It's cold. These small mental exercises slowly train your brain to operate in English mode. I remember when I used to translate everything in my head. It felt like there was always a delay before I could speak. But once I started to see and think in English, something changed. My words came faster, I felt calmer, and even my mistakes didn't bother me anymore. Target mini habit. For the next hour, try to describe everything you do in English, silently, in your head, 1 sentence at a time. I'm opening the door. I'm making coffee. I feel tired. These small thoughts are like quiet training sessions for your brain. Over time, they'll make your speaking more natural without you even noticing. Sometimes when we're learning English, it feels like nothing is changing. You still make mistakes, you still forget words, and you still wish you could speak faster. But here's something important to remember. You're already better than you were last month. Progress doesn't always shout. Sometimes it's quiet, almost invisible, but it's there. Every time you say a sentence you couldn't say before, that's progress. Every time you understand a word you didn't know last week, that's progress. And every time you speak, even when you're nervous, that's a big win. When I started, I couldn't say even 1 full sentence without stopping. Now, I can have 10-minute conversations. Are they perfect? No, but I'm confident, and that confidence is worth celebrating. Here's the thing. You don't need to wait until you sound like a native speaker to celebrate. If you do, you might wait forever. Celebrate now. Celebrate the small steps. They're what build the big changes. Target mini habit. Today, take a moment to look back. Think about something you couldn't do 1 month ago that you can do now. Maybe you can introduce yourself more clearly. Maybe you can order food in English. Say it out loud. Write it down. Then reward yourself. Maybe with your favorite snack, a short break, or just a big smile. You're doing better than you think. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today. I hope this episode gave you a little more confidence and motivation for your English journey. Always remember, you are growing, and every small step you take matters. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe to English and Chill and share it with a friend who's also learning English. Let's keep learning together, 1 step at a time. You're doing amazing, and I believe in you. Until next time, keep going. You've got this.